All right, what's going on, you guys? Today I'm going to teach you how to make your own castable shark rig for surf fishing, just like this Eagle Claw here that you guys can buy pre-made. If you guys don't want to bother doing this, you can buy them pre-made. I don't like the pre-made ones for a couple reasons. One, the wire is, or the entire rig is wire here, and the sinker slide goes the entire length of the wire, and this is 48 inches, so you're going to be dealing with a lot of moving weight and whatnot. I don't particularly enjoy these, but in a pinch, if this is all you guys have, they'll do. So let's go ahead and get into it. First step is you guys are going to want some heavy monofilament. I got some nice 200-pound monofilament here. You guys are going to want some steel wire. I got some 30-pound steel wire here. You can go heavier, you can go lighter. I just find that 30 works well for me because it's thin enough, it gives the bait enough action to move around while still retaining the strength of the coated steel wire. You guys are going to want coated steel wire, not just regular steel wire. Coated steel wire. I mean, you guys can even see on the pre-made one here, it's coated. So coated steel wire, I got this on Amazon. Let's see, it's 33 pounds, 109 yards. I got it for, I want to say 10 bucks. So check that out there. I got a crimping tool on my crimps here. So you guys, you'll need those to connect because you can't tie knots with this big heavy amount of filament like this, and also with the wire. I got some beads here for the sinker slides, and then I got some snap swivels there. So let's go ahead and get into it. So it's pretty easy right off the bat. You're gonna wanna create a tie point for your main line on the monofilament. So I'm just gonna take my crimp there. I'm gonna put one end of the mono through it, feed it back through, just like that. And then I'm gonna put my thumb there, and I'm gonna do that to separate the line in the crimp. And I'm gonna go ahead, throw it in my crimp. There we go. I'm just gonna tighten it down there, just like that. So overall, not too bad. You guys can see that. That's gonna hold that nice and tight. It's not gonna go anywhere. If you guys see that, only one side of it really got crimped. If you guys are really worried about that, you can flip it over, crimp the other side. I find I don't have issues with that. So once you get done with that, you're gonna throw on one bead here. And this is to prevent your sinker from slamming into the end of your tag there. So you put the bead there, and then you get out one of your sinker slides here. I got these from Strike Zone, as you guys can see. And let's see, you guys can see there, I got 5 sinker slides for $1.70 at Strike Zone. So definitely cheaper and more cost efficient to make these yourself. And it's, pretty fun, nice, relaxing thing to do. So you got your first bead on there, put your second, or not your second bead, but you go ahead and put your sinker slide on. Once you get it untangled here, just like that. And then you're gonna go ahead and put your second bead on, and that's gonna protect it at both ends. Then, almost forgot, you gotta crimp this side too, so we're gonna go ahead and get this side here. Mono through one side of the crimp. Barrel swivel. Once again, put it back through, put my thumb in to brace it, and then I'm just gonna crimp it down, just like that. And that's not going anywhere. So nice, good crimp job there. That line's not going anywhere. So that's your base, that's where your sinker slide is gonna go. So this is gonna be, the top portion of your rig right here. And then all we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and grab some wire right here. I do probably about 3 feet of wire. Cut that off there, re-secure. And then we're gonna take some crimps here. I'll go ahead and get the second one out while I'm in here. Crimp. And the reason I don't put a barrel swivel on this end is because that's where my line's gonna go, and I usually have quick connects there. I don't like putting a barrel swivel there so that I know where to put the wire just right off the bat, because I made that mistake before and it's never fun wasting materials. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Crimp it with the smaller side. Now this one, because it's the wire side, I do want to make sure I get a nice good crimp on both sides, so I do get both sides of the crimp there with the crimping tool. And you guys can see on my crimping tool here, I have a larger one and a smaller one. Obviously for the large one, for the mono, I use the big one here, and then for the small one for the wire, I use the small one here in the front. So after that, I got my wire. I'm gonna get a hook out real quick. All right, I got a nice 7/0 hook here, or maybe even 6/0, I can't remember. Crimp on, hook through, Back through the crimp, separate it with your thumb. Crimp it. Just like that. And you guys are good to go. You got a nice, good job, and that's not going anywhere. With the wire, you want to cut off the tag end. So I'll go ahead and poke that out just like that. Grab my scissors here, which has a wire cutting tool in case you guys are wondering. Snip that tag end off, and then that's what we're left with. A nice, easy shark rig. And as you guys can see, this one's gonna have a lot more play in the wire, and that's gonna give your bait a lot more natural movement, especially if you're using live bait. That's important. But you guys saw how quick and easy that was. I mean, I make these all the time, and I wanna say this one cost me like $4. I can make a total, if I'm going just off of how many I can make based off of, you know, the 5 sinker slides that I get, I can make 5 of these rigs for probably, I don't know, $7, $8 with everything. With the I mean, you guys can see how many crimps. I got this off Amazon. You guys can see how many crimps I got in there. The crimping tool, beads come in packs of, you know, 20 and 30. So if you guys like this, let me know, and I'll make sure to do more gear tutorials like this. So there you have it. We got our pre-made rig right here. So it's got a little bit bigger beads on it, and you know, the gear on it's a little heavier duty. I find that I don't really need this in the surf. This will suffice me just fine. You guys can see that wire moves very freely. So this is why I prefer the lighter wire, because it moves a lot easier. It acts a lot more like monofilament, and then I got the nice heavy duty monofilament there. So if you guys like this video, leave me a thumbs up down below. See you guys in the next one.